Hey everybody, Arlen here, and today we're going to do a more ramble style video discussing my thought processes and decision making when doing a delayed life rotation for Dragoon. We're going to hopefully cover when to delay your life, when to enter life and why, as well as other appropriate uses of our skills such as our life surges and self buffs. This is going to be for 2.5 GCD. We're going to make sure that we have our food active, and I'm going to do a 6-minute reopener with potions as well in this video, just to talk through the sequencing that I do and why it works out for me. So without further ado, let's give ourselves a bit of a countdown here and have our nice easy Dragoon pre-pull. You sit doing nothing, Blood of the Dragon anywhere around -10 seconds, sprint around -5, and then pod at -1 to avoid clipping when your first GCD comes out. We're going to hold on to this Mirage Dive here until everything else comes out, because you have a good 15-20 seconds to just sit on it until you have a free weave slot. This allows us to get both of our jumps out right away, in the hopes that 60-second Spine Shatter doesn't lose a cast due to drift over the course of the fight, depending on when the fight ends. We're going to delay the next life coming up here, and that means we're going to hit Gerskogul before Mirage Dive. So Raiden Thrust, Gerskogul first, Mirage Dive on the next weave slot, and that allows us to have a nice full job gauge ready to go to enter life on the next Gerskogul, and allows us to then prep an eye during the life so that we may re-enter life immediately afterwards. We do this because we want to catch the first life cycle Stardiver with Lance Charge, and then the one immediately afterwards with Dragoon Sight. We're going to Spine Shatter here first because we can delay this reopening of life, and then we're going to re-enter here. We're then going to hold our next Nasterond for this Lance Charge so that we can get 2 full Nasterons out of Lance Charge in the life cycle. Going to reapply our dot, and then we're going to immediately re-enter life by using Mirage Dive before Gerskogul, filling our gauge again, and entering life. We do this because the 2-minute party buffs, such as Divination, Chain Strat, Embolden, etc., come off a cooldown here, and we want to be able to hit our Stardiver under those buffs. That'll be our net gain. So, party buffs came out, we Stardivered, and we hit 2 Nasterons under our tether and the rest of the 2 minutes. From here, this next life is going to be forcefully delayed. We don't have any job gauge left from entering twice in a row, but that is fine because we don't have any buffs coming up. You want to typically enter life if you know that you have your own buff coming up or a large assortment of party buffs coming up within 30 seconds. If you can hit a Stardiver in a window of buffs, you generally want to. So we're going to re-enter life here, because we have Lance Charge and Battle Litany coming off of cooldown. We're going to delay this next Nasterond until both the buffs are out, and we're going to hit the Nasterond with both the buffs. We're going to wait till we have a nice free weave slot, make sure Spine Shatter comes out on time, and we can weave the Stardiver in the buff window. We're going to go back to our normal rotation, delaying this life again because we have no way to re-enter due to consuming our job gauge immediately. And we're going to go back to the cycling rotation between Chaos Thrust combo and Full Thrust combo, making sure to use Life Surge on Full Thrust wherever possible. And as we see, we have Dragoon Sight coming off of cooldown soon, so we're going to want to re-enter this life. Dragoon Sight is a 2-minute cooldown, and thus will line up with the rest of your party's other 2-minute cooldowns. As I mentioned earlier, divination, chain stratagem, etc. So it's very important that you want to enter life for every Dragoon site you have, as you'll be benefiting from more than just that buff in a normal raid setting. Stardiver when all the buffs are out, double Nasterond, golden. So here we have Lance Charge coming off of cooldown, but no feasible way to enter life. That's fine in this scenario because hitting the Stardiver in that scenario under the Dragoon site is more of a net gain because of the other 2 minutes of your party buff. You want to pop Lance Charge on cooldown anyways so that all of your cooldowns are nicely synced up for when you get to the 6-minute reopener. As you see, we have all three just like our opener. We want to enter life here. You can hit this Stardiver unbuffed in this window because you want to start fresh rebuilding your job gauge so that you'll have all of your eyes available for the 6-minute reopener with potion and full buffs. This happens every fight at the 5-minute mark. You will generally always have a single unbuffed Stardiver in your fight. That's a-okay. You want to get it out over delaying there so that you still get a net gain of total life cycles over the course of a fight, as opposed to delaying your life cycles into the abyss and perhaps losing a cycle depending on kill time. This sets us up nicely so that we'll be able to forcefully re-enter life on this next buff window. And this is the 6-minute reopener coming up here. So after Disembowel's weapon skill buff goes out, we're going to pot here to catch the Chaos Thrust. We're going to jump, going to Gerskogel, going to Battle Litany and Tether, and then we're going to Nasterond, Life Surge, Full Thrust. We're going to hit both of our standard jumps while everyone else's party buffs are coming out. And then we're going to Stardiver Nasterond. Ideally in this scenario, that means we've hit 2 Nasterons and 1 Stardiver under our full assortment of buffs, as well as the rest of the party's assortment of buffs. From there, you go back to the beginning of the fight, pretending that you just started, so you'll do a delayed life here, and you'll reset the combo to couple up with the Lance Charge Dragoon site like we did when we first started. I hope that helped, and I hope you guys kind of understand more of my thought process towards this, and it helps you in your own decision making, playing and learning Dragoon optimization. Thank you guys, and have a great day.